about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo will win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an absolute...
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello out there and welcome to Sports Orbit, coming to you from the Leadership Podcast Studio. My name is Alpha Cho and Salifu Usman is here with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Alpha. It's always a pleasure to be on the sport booth. And then viewer who still apologize for our inability to come to yesterday due to some technical issues.
As we all are aware, of course, the all-important FIFA World Cup playoff between Nigeria and Ghana is fast approaching by the day, and we have plenty of stories on that to give to you. Of course, we'll begin by saying that Chukwueze Sanusi have also hit the camp of Super Eagles, bringing the number of players in camp to 20. Actually, Chukwueze and Sanusi actually breached into camp today afternoon at the Well Scouting Hotel, and with that, they've joined the likes of other players the other initial 13 players who were in camp, the likes of Victor Osimhen, Maduka Okoye, Akin Kumi, Amo, Sadiq Umar are also expected to hit camp later today. Salifu, so the camp is bubbling, 20 players in camp now. So, I mean, that's almost having 2 squads already.
Yeah, just with minus 2.
So, yeah.
Yes, the camp is already full. 20 players are out of the 24 on the official list. Although some players are almost all the players are already in camp, even the new invitee, the Bonky, the guy that's invited to come to replace Wilfred, also placed into the camp earlier today. Him and along with Juari Bulls and Bansi. Juari Bulls and Bansi play the same club. So both of them and Bansi play the same club. So both of them and the Bonky guys arrived today, as well as even the Dennis Emmanuel. Yesterday, Austin was a bit worried that even with the arrival of his teammate, Tronson Combs and Genetebo, all arrive in the camp, and he is yet to come. But luckily, early this morning, the guy present to the camp along with 40 other players. And just like rightly say, we have that, and with the just late arrivals of Chukwueze and Sanusi, both from Spain and Portugal, has brought the number of the players in the camp to 20. Yeah. But unfortunately, the Super Eagles number 1 keeper, the news also knows that it's already having ruled out of the match. But no official statement for the reason for his rule has not been stated. But what we know that according to the statement by the director of communication of the Nigerian Football Federation, Okoye is already out of that competition. That has put.
We don't know if it's an injury or.
The statement didn't state further why he was ruled out, but that has put the pressures on Francis Zohos and Daniel Akpeyi, who are already in camp. And it's like even the Enyiba man has also been drafted in to join the team. Also, John Nobu has also been drafted to join the team as well as at the third goalkeeper. So the pressure is on the pressure and the hope is on the Francis Zohos and Daniel Akpeyi to ensure that they will be able to be a perfect replacement for Peter Okoye. Peter Okoye, although there was some questionable about his last outing for Nigeria in the match against Tunisia, But that does not say that he's not a good goalkeeper. He's a very good goalkeeper and very liable to some extent.
But prior to this, he's been in good form.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Very liable to some extent. So I will pray that those two guys who are in the camp will be able to be good replacement. Francis Joko used to be a very good goalkeeper, but I hope that they know that the owner is not allowed and they will be able to do Nigeria proud. But this must have become.
My worry is with Maduka Okoye out now. Uzoho and Sinfo Akpeyi haven't tasted action in a while, and
for their
clubs, and of course, the Super Eagles will have their first training later this evening. And you think that just training today, tomorrow, and maybe probably Thursday will be enough to put them in top shape? Because I think I'm really worried with this news, to be sincere with you, losing Maduka Okoye at this point. If it was a situation where we had all goalkeepers in top form, but this is the only keeper we have that we can say has been playing week in, week out. The likes of these two, I mean, have been practically warming the bench for their club for as long as, I mean, will they be in top shape to, take on this onerous task of filling the shoes left by Maduka Okoye?
Yeah, goalkeeping job is quite unique in the sense that apart from the outfield players who you need to be run up and down to keep yourself fit, the goalkeepers you need also to be, but in as much as they may not be between the sticks during all the matches for their clubs, they always train. I believe they train regularly for their period and also sit on the bench in the case that something where they came in for the first goalkeeper. So I believe despite not being between the stick in or for their rest for their clubs in the week in, week out, I believe that they train regularly for their clubs and there should not be anything to worry about their fitness for this very game. They are professionals, and as a professional goalkeeper, anytime you are calling up, you should be ready. And once our goalkeeper, that's why in every club we have a goalkeeper officially, and it is only one goalkeeper that will stand at the time for the match. But the remaining two on the bench are always be ready, as you can be called up at any time and to be ready to deliver. So these Francis Uzoho and Daniel Akpeyi are not just a small, they're no longer a small boy. Yeah. Both of them has also stayed between the state for Nigeria. Francis Joko was at the last World Cup for Nigeria, was the first World Cup at the last World Cup. So definitely, even at the last World Cup. So for that, I strongly believe, although Okoye come to displace him of that position, but I believe that he given the opportunity. Even at the last AFCON, he was in the goalpost for the match against Guinea-Bissau. So and he keep a clean sheet. So I believe that you can't compare the strength of the Guinea-Bissau to Ghanaian. But I believe that if Francis Uzoho, because it's likely that Francis Uzoho will be the one to mount the goalpost. So if you give the opportunity, I believe that they will be able to deliver. And I hope. And the only worry that, just like you already said, is that my own most worry is not even the Okoye. Yes, he's a good goalkeeper, but my most worry is the injuries to Wilfred.
Yeah.
Because Wilfred has become a very reliable player who always shield our defense from their direct attack, and he always provide a serious cover for the defense, and that he has always making the defense work, stabilize the defense. If you look at the AFCON one, that they were not being traded, our defense were not being traded. All credit goes to Wilfred to ensure he always covered it. But now we are missing him, and we don't know. The guy has been called to replace. I've never watched him, the Laurent man. So how effective he's going to be to fit into that position, and that's why sometimes our coaches needs to be up and doing their job properly. Because if you look at the Laurent man that was invited, it was not on the original list. It was not even on the standby. So, and that's sometimes he said we should always try to do something of merit, not just on try to please any other person. If Austin Egbabo was sincere and his coaching crew was sincere about the decision of the Oge Onaji, putting the Oge Onaji on the standby. Yeah. So if there's injuries for Wilfred, and you are sincere about his system, Oge Onaji should be the ordinary natural should be the one to be invited, not to bring somebody from outside. Yeah. We thank God that what happened during the scenarios of Dennis, the Emmanuel Dennis for the AFCON, didn't happen for them. So if the Laurent coach has turned out to be another Claudionari, say that half of bunker was not on your original on your initial list, you don't listen. That would have been back to where we are in the AFCON. We should try to learn from the experience. When you have a mistake, your mistake is to enable you to learn further and correct yourself in a mutual psychology. But you still keep repeating the same mistake often and often. So if there's no need in passing a player or try to please any player. If he was sincere about the addition of Ogeonaji on that list. There's no need inviting another person from outside. Ogeonaji is also a defensive player. So that'd be a natural player to replace Wilfred Odidi.
All right, away from that, but still onto the World Cup playoffs, where finally, after a lot of, should I call it hide and seek or whatever, we really don't know what the Ghanaians were up to. They finally released the 27-man squad for that will face Nigeria in that all-important qualifier. Of course, Crystal Palace for Jordan Ayew is included in the squad also, despite testing positive for COVID-19. Also, the Belgian duo of Dennis Odoi, Elisha Owusu are also in that squad. Salifu, finally, the Ghanaians, at a point, they kept this list so secret that you actually thought that maybe these players were coming from heaven, but we've seen them, yes, not belittling the players on the list, but was it some sort of mind games? Because looking at these names, if you say, okay, based on paper, I really don't see this team causing us problems, like I said, on paper. But the Ghanaians made it look as if they are bringing a super squad from somewhere and they don't want us to have an idea.
Even some old name I'm still seeing here. Joseph Pistil. So I think Joseph Pistil is still playing. Pastil. So still playing. That is good. But one is that the another name that I'm used to, like for instance, is Adoe.
Yeah.
The Bruce guy, Bruce or Benjamin, is a very good defender. And very, very effective left back. And almost Simon should be very, very watch out for this guy, because the guys from the job, from what we have read, that his task was to ensure that he neutralized Moses Simon, and at least the coaches watch out very well if the event that Moses Simon would not be able to effective, and we that Moses Simon should be able to use his speed to outplay this guy on the bench. But the guys is very good defender. But and if you're looking at the Ghanaian list, yes, this name, the money we are seeing here, you may not be sound too very familiar to the television, on the press, or hear much about them or by the commentator pronouncing them, or lots of the head of other African players. But they are all good players. And you know, sometimes what you need to about football, that when you have a sport that are relatively unknown, that is where you have problem. That is a problem, because you don't even know what they are bringing to the table. But when you have a big name, you already have your mindset about those big names and what you're going to play at them. But when you have a player that you are relatively unknown, you don't hear much about them, that it becomes so much dangerous. And just like I always tell Nigerians, most Nigerians who are trying to say that they're trying to rate Super Eagles ahead of the Ghanaians, I say no. Looking at the histories side by side of Nigerians and Ghana has always been neck to neck. When it's a so rival in African game, and we shouldn't look whatever the way and manners. We are beginning to see ourselves as more powerful than Ghana, mostly because of what happened at the last AFCON. And based on what Ghana players are, we shouldn't use that as a yardstick to underrate the Ghanaian. And then we also look at the name that they are not ruling the eras where we have Asamoah Boan, Asamoah Gyan, with Musule Mutari, head all the Appians and all those. We have resources. But the fact that you don't know much about this name also make it very tricky and very dangerous.
Actually, because through looking at this name, even as a sports writer myself, I think the only name that stand out for me here is maybe Jordan Ayew,
yes.
Daniel Amati, who also plays for Leicester, probably Pansil,
Pansil is an old member of the squad.
Exactly. Then who else? Dennis Odoi, I haven't had much of him then.
He was part of the junior teams, and he was very effective, and since he could see how he be playing well.
Yeah, okay, and of course they will also be missing Andre, who is supposed is like their best player, and of course Patovos Party is also in that one. Who is a well. So
the most standout names is Thomas Partey and Arsenal man. So let's see how it's going to be. But just like I said earlier, when you don't have much about don't know much about the opponents, it becomes very tricky. And the fact that those guys are relatively unknown on papers and on television, that's why Super Eagles have to watch out very well. Because if you look at it, if you put them side by side, Nigerian players are very more pronounced than those guys, those names you are seeing here. And the fact that you don't know them, that makes the game very dangerous.
I agree with you.
Because those boys have nothing to lose. We are the one at the risk at the end.
Of course.
Very, very mindful. And going to that match, because Super Eagles will be likely to travel from here on Thursday. So, and the best result we can get from Ghanaian. It's not even a draw. Draw will put us in a very dilemma. For my own,
outright victory.
Outright victory. So not for me, I'm praying that it's not even just a victory. I'm praying for at least a victory of 2-0, so that we can be comfortably come home back home Abuja and play a normal game and finish the business. But by the time we went there and get a draw, I pray nothing defeat to be pronounced against Nigeria there. We'll get a draw. The draw will also put us in a very dilemma because we come here to still play your full length of the game and ensure that you don't concede at home. So the inner soul has to go there and pray that the God of soccer of Moses and the teammates and everybody will come to the play and to play live and ensure that the Ghanaians were defeated at their own Kumasi Babayara. Since they call them Babayara, so you can see no one says Babayara still. I'm more about that than Babayara. That's exactly. Just for the Yara. So and I pray that the Super Eagles will be able to just teach them as a Yara and then display them at their own.
Of course, I mean, like Ayegbeni jokingly said, he said, even looking, because when you look at that list, there are just 4 strikers when Nigeria has 9 good strikers, for this competition. He was like, we can't even lend this one for our strikers, but that was
just a joke on the lighter side. Because there are some even clubs that can even play with that striker and score. The modern football is the duty of the striker is to score goals, but the modern football, even defenders, they go to score goals. So the scoring of goals doesn't actually depend on the striker. So any goal can come from anywhere. Yeah.
All right, at this point, we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Stay tuned.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that short break. Now on to our next story. Some news coming up from Napoli, where Napoli has slammed a fee in the region of about 100 million euros on Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. Of course, this is as a result of interest coming in from the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United, Tottenham, Newcastle, among others. And Napoli are actually looking at the real prospect of losing Osimhen, maybe in another summer or two, because right now this young man is one of the hottest strikers in Europe. Even with his injury concerns, he has still been able to net 15 goals in 25 appearances in all competitions, which is an excellent record for a striker. And Napoli know that sooner or later, one of these big guns will come with this money to actually take him away.
Yeah, they are just trying to protect their prime asset.
Yeah.
Because Osimhen has become. Did you watch him at the weekend? You look like they are praising goal.
So scored 2 goals at weekend. The previous weekend scored 2. So
the consistency, and we hope that same spirit
with that fire.
play out against the Ghanaians on Friday. I believe that he shouldn't drop that 2 goal. If he can, I'm sure that he should be able to do that. That just he contain that consistency of breeze and do that just that 2 goal against Ghanaian on Friday, and that would be very, very perfect. So coming to the Napolis have tried to protect their very prime self, because the team is one of the biggest players they have at the moment.
Yeah.
And just like you see, they can't stand out of trying to keep him, because if he maintain this level of feed, definitely the big guns with their money bags will definitely come and price him away and take him away. And for them to try to weigh off this interest That's why they're trying to place in all this price of money tangles. And in the event that okay, we may likely go him, we shouldn't lose him for just for nothing. They need to make their money. How to football is about it's all about business.
Yes, we really hope that in case he makes the move from Napoli, we hope he'll be to a bigger and better club where we'll be able to see more of him. I mean, he's a young and good striker. I mean,
he has a very bright prospect ahead of him.
Bright prospect. And when you watch him play, I mean, he's always a joy to play, even when he doesn't score. Seeing Osimhen on the pitch is always a threat.
Yeah, a threat.
He's a gangling, a powerful striker. He has the height.
He has a
fight for every ball. And one thing I like about him is he's not a striker who goes to wait for the ball. He's always engaged, involved in play.
He's not in the class of the Obama Young who just wait to get the
exactly.
ball.
He's
if
involved in the play.
To defend, just to collect ball and contribute. You play as a team. You fight for ball, you defend ball, and at the same time attack.
So I just can really imagine we lining up against Ghana. Whether you like it or not, even the Ghanaian defenders, seeing him on the pitch, will get a lot of them jittery. There's no doubt about that.
Of course. Seriously.
So we really hope that he replicates that performance as we take on the Black Stars in the next couple of days. Away from that, now to athletics, where Honorable Minister Sunday Terry has applauded Ese Brume over her silver medal win at the just concluded World Athletics Indoor Championship in Belgrade, Serbia. Brume left a distance of 6.85 meters to finish in second place in the long jump event, behind Ivana Vuleta, who won gold with a jump of 7.6. Brume's silver medal is Nigeria's first podium finish at the indoor championship in 14 years. So good one for Brume. After doing well at the Olympics with a bronze medal, here at the indoor championship, they've been able to bag a silver medal, which is a great improvement.
That's improvement. That's consistency. At the Olympics, that was in August last year. Within the space of just 5 months, now he maintained that consistency. Now he has lifted higher again. And the good thing is that the last time Nigeria won a medal at the indoor championship was 2008, when Olusoji Fasuba won a 600-meter race. And now, since then, new Nigerians has been able to click a medal at the World Indoor Championship. And thank God for Brume has able to return Nigeria to the podium, to the SN Nigeria flag was seen at the Indoor Championship again. So kudos to just like we joined the Honorable Ministers of Youth and Sport, Mr. Sunday Dare, to also congratulate this young girl who always raised the Nigerian name high, and we believe he will still have more bright prospects ahead of her if she just concentrate and remain focused. That who knows in the next Paris 2024,
they will even have the Commonwealth.
Commonwealth coming up in the very years in Birmingham. You should be able to also continue to make Nigeria proud and ultimately and crowd it all at the Paris 2018 and give us a gold medal. And apart from the combination and praises, we also expect the government to always keep behind this guy, behind her, give her the necessary support and what she needs to maintain her level. Because sport is all about money. You need to invest on money. You don't just wait and celebrate the victory. You must also try to put in the money and spend and invest. And at the same time, the corporate world, what's stopping the corporate world to come and adopt all those girls, The corporate body, the kind of attitudes we display in this side of the world, that the corporate body always wait on the win. Come and celebrate.
All about football all the time.
It's not about football all the time. For goodness sake, not about our good for goodness sake. This is just a young guy, and like I was discussing with one of the technical directors of the Cycling Federation, who said, "I thought they say, no, look, that the money we are spending on football, that if given 1/4 of that football, of that money, the cycling will travel this country. For instance, in the cycling, when you say the cycling can give a single cycling can give the country almost to 4 medals, gold medal, and medal is equal, and gold medal is all equal. Why in a team of football we have almost 18 people, including officials, chasing for one medal, and that one medal is recorded as 1 medal and it's 1 medal. If now one person win the medal, it's also the same 1 medal. So the corporate, like if you are talking of mileage, having the mileage from Brume is already there. All the media, the corporate world can get whatever the money and the publicity want to get for her. Adopt her and support her.
I mean, clearly, like you said, that's why you see some countries in Olympics. The reason why some countries win plenty of medals is because there are some sports that have upward like 5 medals, like athletics, for instance. I mean, long jump is there. You have several, like same for cycling. There are different categories, just like even in swimming. You have butterfly, you have freestyle. So in swimming alone, you have about 5-6 medals to be won.
For one person himself.
Exactly. But we concentrate on sports that will just give you 1 medal, team sports. So by the time we begin to invest in all these other sports, our chances of bringing more medals.
Can you imagine that Nigerians, from where we are, we can't do well in the swimming.
Exactly.
Where we have a riverine areas around us everywhere. We should be, and the swimming alone can give us almost 5 at the event. You can get almost 70 medals for swimming event alone. A single athlete can give you not less than a single athlete train well can give you almost 4 medals gold. So we should try to invest in other sports and support other sports. And it even is in terms of even cost effective, it's even cost effective to manage this more for other sports that give you more medals. And football, though we can't take it away, football is a king. But when it comes to a medal at the major championship, football is just a medal and other medal. What is the for instance, if it was a football competition, the medal won by Bruno is also but only her.
Yeah, sure.
So you can't spend just what you spend in football. You can't even spend 1/4 of what you spend in football. You spend on only her before you give you this medal. So we should all try to invest on the sport and the corporate body. I'm still in favor of this corporate body. The corporate body should adopt these individual athletes and sponsor them. They will, as they travel and they move with your logos. What stop you? What stop see if you see it's a Bruno as he went to Africa wearing the CBN logo,
Exactly.
or when the First Bank logo, or when the First Bank logo, UBA logo, or anything. So it's your brand, and then you project your image. So the corporate body should support those athletes as well. Not waiting after the success, you want to celebrate them, you want to host them. No, invest in them.
Exactly. All right, away from that, we joined the Honorable Minister to also congratulate Esther Bruno on this silver medal win for me and making Nigeria proud. Away from that note, to a bit of transfer news where Arsenal are prepared to hold talks with PSV star Cody Gakpo, who has scored 30 goals in 36 appearances. The story is that Arsenal are actually in the market for 2 strikers come next summer, and this young starlet, though still a young, very young player, but Arsenal are also looking at him as one of the strikers they are hoping to bring. Looking at this young man, do you think this is the kind of striker Arsenal should be going for to fill the big shoes left by Aubameyang, who has been in brilliant form since he made that switch to Barcelona?
Arsenal has a habit of always going for small children. And sometimes we ask him to make mouse. For instance, Ateta say he has found a replacement for Aubameyang.
Yeah.
What happened to Martinez?
Okay,
He said Martinez has come of age and he has been able to he cannot replace Aubameyang. That's why he messed up the Aubameyang and threw away Aubameyang as a free gift to Barcelona. Today we see where Aubameyang and where Aubameyang has taken Barcelona to. So I wish them good luck, and at the same time, even the 35 million pounds that they are holding, I don't know if Arsenal will be willing to pay such a money. But Arsenal, when it comes to money, Arsenal will quickly sneak out.
Right, away from that now to the other side of England, where Man United board is actually split on Eric Ten Hag, the current Ajax manager, and Mauricio Pochettino of PSG, while some members of the board prefer Eric Ten Hag, and others, some other members of the board feel Pochettino fits the bill. Actually, also in contention has also been Sevilla's Joan Lopetegui and Spain boss Luis Enrique. But the issues with Enrique is that he said he would prefer to be in charge when Spain goes for the World Cup, and him leaving the Spain national team for now for any club will be very difficult. He has to take something, a crazy offer for him to actually leave. But in the 2 days back, Eric Ten Hag appeared to be the favorite, but some are insisting on Pochettino. Well, for me, I really don't know why they want Pochettino, because given even the array of stars this man has at PSG, he hasn't been able to do anything spectacular.
There may be a factor to it, but Pochettino, if you look at what he achieved at the Tottenham, and at the same time, if you're looking at, he also have an English football experience. So you know what it takes to play in the English sport compared to
what people are looking
what
at
he achieved at the Tottenham is not something I'm not just yes.
Yeah, I know. But what people are looking at is yes, he has done well, but United want a manager who at least knows what it feels like winning some silverware, which Erik ten Hag has been able to do back to back with Ajax, winning back to back Dutch leagues and also winning the League Cup, also taking a young Ajax side to the semi-final of the Champions League. So
his greatest achievement was taking the Ajax young side to the Champions League semi-final. Winning the Dutch leagues, I don't see it as an achievement because
it's an achievement with Ajax.
It's an achievement. Dutch league, Ajax is a big club. It's just like a PSV in France, and just like
PSG, but Pochettino not going to be able to win the league.
But it's and just like a Bayern Munich in Germany. So, but his bigger achievement was getting to the semi-finals of the Champions League with those young guys. Two of them are good coaches. It appears that my United board have already decided not to continue the interim managers at the end of the
Of course, the agreement they had with him was he is going to come in
interim basis.
If he don't perform to their expectations, so it means he hasn't performed.
So it means he has not performed to their expectations.
Yeah. But the idea is that he's now moved upstairs as more like a technical director this time, and he will now be the one who actually makes the appointment of a new coach.
Well, it is well. We have Man United all the best as the chief for a new manager.
Yeah, very important. All right, at this point, viewers, this is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of Sports Orbit. Do remember that tomorrow we'll give you an update of course, Super Eagles will hold their first training session today, and of course, definitely news will be coming out from that, and we'll give you update of all that is transpiring at the camp of the Super Eagles as it unfolds. Salifu, thank you for being in the studio today again.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
All right, until we come your way tomorrow again, my name is Afa Acho, and it's goodbye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.